guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a makeup look. What a surprise to you on my channel, right? Anyway, this look is more summery, I would say, because of the shades. You know, the lilac shades, the mauve shades, they are very in at the moment. And by the way, I went shopping the other day and every second clothing item was in this lilac shade and also the mauve shade. I mean, I get it. I honestly get it. I love those shades. You already know I had to do a look using those shades. And this is the look I came up with. I love looks like this, you know, elevated and very sexy and sophisticated looking. Anyway, let's jump into the look. I hope you like it. I'm gonna prime now the eyelids using the Lilac Behind the Scenes primer. I'm gonna apply this with the fingers, as I like to do on myself. I like it because I have a feel. I sort of feel what I'm doing, if you know what I mean. I'm applying just a thin layer and blending it out really, really good. More than this you don't need. For this eye look, I'm going to take this palette from Estee Lauder and look at those colors. They are so beautiful. I don't know how much you can see. The camera picks it up a bit lighter always, but this color is more lilac-y than the camera can pick it up. Now you see it better. It's like a very, very sort of light lavender, and this is very shimmery, and this is a dark plum, which I'm gonna use first, I think, and I'm gonna do like an eyeliner with it, and then the lilac-y eyeshadow I'm gonna put on the mobile lid and the glitter on top of that. So let's start. I'm gonna take a brush for this plummy shade and I'm gonna start creating eyeliner and a flick. As always, with the outer corner I'm gonna create the flick first and then go inwards, creating the eyeliner. But I think I wanna do it lower and longer and thinner. I think it's flattering on myself because I have a bit of a hooded right eye. Now I'm starting to create the thickness of the flick and going inwards, creating also the liner. Don't worry if it's like not perfect. It's gonna be on the smoky side, this liner anyways, because it's not gel or liquid. This is eyeshadow. I find that this application with eyeshadow is very, very good for those of you who are afraid of gel eyeliner, for example. Eyeshadows are very forgiving, you know. You can easily rectify it, and if you want more sharpness, more, you know, like a more defined application, then go on top of the eyeshadow with a gel eyeliner. So the mapping out with eyeshadow is always a good idea. Try that. The eyes are different on the same person. This eye is a bit more droopy than the other one, and that drives me insane, but yeah, what can I do? I mean, I know what I can do. I don't want to do anything about it. I'm gonna move on to the next eyeshadow, which is the lavender one. I'm gonna show you from further away the eyeshadow because I feel like you can see better the color. It's not like that washed out, and it's also a bit shimmery, this one, like so. The lilac colors are very in at the moment. Have you noticed? Have you been in Zara or H&M or anything at that level? Everything is lavender, everything. This is a beautiful shade. So impactful. Let me think. I think I want to connect this eyeshadow with the tip of the tail, just to make it more interesting, you know, just going in a straight line directly to the point of the flick. So I'm not going further than the crease line. I'm keeping it here, nice and neat. I'm trying not to touch too much the eyeliner. Gonna retouch the liner at the end because I want to use the glitter as well, and I have a feeling it's gonna, you know, smudge a bit onto the liner, and then I'm gonna clean up that in the end. So I'm not bothering right now with that, but I'm gonna apply on the other eye the same eyeshadow. I'm going to put now the middle shade here, which is very shimmery. Maybe you can see it like this better, I'm not sure, but we will try. I'm curious how this will translate on the skin, but we will see that in a second. So I'm gonna use, I think, my finger. I'm just gonna press my finger into the pen and then put it on the middle of the mobile lid. I feel like I don't see anything, no change. Maybe I need to put a bit more. This has made the color a bit more maroony, maybe neutral, maybe. I think that's it, you know, it's just it has changed a bit the color. It's not so lilac-y now. Now I'm going to perfect the line, but I'm going for like smoke-ish kind of application. So I'm not going to bother too much with creating a sharp line. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this eye look like this, or if I want to add more shadows. I think I'm gonna apply the rest of my face, and maybe meanwhile I'll just have other ideas, but for now I'm like okay, we'll see. So I'm gonna apply now mascara, which is from La Télé Maquillage. Then I'm gonna put on false lashes. For lashes, I'm gonna go all the way in, and I'm gonna use those ones from Everyday Lashes. They are very, very dramatic, and I have 3 pairs. I have used this one. I will be taking this middle pair here now and pop it on. I'm also gonna use a adhesive, which is this one, the Duo black one, which I love. I think I like this more than the white one. I don't know why. I think the formula is a bit different. I'd like to start with the middle, like see where the middle of my lid of my eye is, and just press it down at the roots of my lashes on the skin, and very gently then the corners. Now you know how extra I like to be, so I'm gonna tie the line, of course, with the black track from MAC. This is the best gel eyeliner to be doing that black line there underneath, and I'm just gonna do that because I like to cover this part here, which is like the fleshy part. Now I'm gonna move on to the base, and I will see about the eyes later. This is the moisturizer I'm gonna use now. It's from La Roche-Posay, the Hydra Phase Intense. I have a bit of black here on the finger. Sorry about that. I did clean my fingers though, just not my nails. Gonna apply this on my face. I'm taking once again my favorite foundation, which is from Estée Lauder. It's the Double Wear Stay in Place foundation, which is in Dawn. And I'm just gonna shake it first and then apply it with this brush, which is like an angle brush from Real Techniques. I don't want to put too much, so I'm not going directly with the foundation onto the brush. I don't want to go overboard, but I do have a bit of redness here around my mouth and nose, on my neck, so I will cover that. Then for concealer, I'm taking the Pro Conceal Concealer, I guess, from LA Girl. This is in medium, and I'm gonna apply this sparingly, just where I need it, because I don't like to go overboard with concealer. I don't need it. thankfully, and just here on the inner part. And I think I want to highlight here this area as well, and here because I always get a bit red there. Then to set everything into place, I'm going to use the loose powder from Revolution Makeup in translucent, and I have quite a lot of it for not too much money, so yeah, it's okay, it's fine. I like to take a tissue like this and just put a bit of it on that tissue, and from here I'm going to take with a brush just as much as I need. Then for bronzing and contouring, I'm going to take Hoola for bronzing and NYX as a contour shade. I found the brush and now we can proceed. So as always, starting here, going towards the corner of my mouth in a sort of sculpty way, and applying more layers, like very thin, very blended layers. You don't have to go very heavily on the get-go because you're gonna get a heavy application and maybe a streaky application, and you will not be able to blend it out. Bronzer is really hard to blend out when applied too much. Going into the hairline, that's really important because it's supposed to be sort of seamless. Like you don't want to see where it starts and where it ends. That's what I mean. I have a small forehead, I don't want to make it smaller. I always say this, so I'm not gonna apply too much product here, but just at the base where the hairline is, I just swipe the rest I have on the brush on that area like this. Blend well. It's just like a hint of color there on the top part of my forehead, but like nothing more. Then on the chin, but just here on the corners, I don't have like a rounded chin or like a pointy chin, so I will try with applying bronzer on the 2 points here, sort of push them back, and that area here in the middle, I'm not going to put anything, I'm just going to let it highlighted, so to say, and in the hopes that it will be brought forward and it's gonna sort of look more rounded. And now with the same brush, because I'm lazy, I'm going to apply the next product, the next one. This is a very grayish brown, so be careful because this is also very pigmented. So taking most of it on the back of your hand and then carefully starting here underneath the cheekbone, not on top of it like the bronzer, underneath the cheekbone, but you want to overlap the products. You don't want to sort of have like a distinct line between them. You want to marry them. So underneath it, slightly on top. So now I'm going to take the highlighter, which is one of my favorites. It's the Dior Nude Air Luminizer in the shade 2. This is like a rosy shade, so nice. And I'm gonna put this on the highest points of my face, but like very sparingly. You know already that I don't like too much highlighter. Have like that very distinct line there on the top of my cheeks. I just don't like that. I feel like it's so outdated and so poorly done. So I like to put a very slight amount here on the top of my cheekbone first and blend that out, and then go in C shape like this. If I decide I need more, I'll just put one more thin layer right here on the cheekbone, which I'm gonna do. Highlighter accentuates everything, like fine lines, hair, lumps and bumps. If you have like anything, any imperfection, it's gonna be more visible than it actually is. We will move on to the eyes again. Oh no, I do have the blusher, sorry, I have the blusher to apply. I will use now a blusher. This is Matte Touch Blush and the shade of it is Bury Me Up, number 20. On myself, I like to apply blusher with smaller brushes because I have a small face. I feel like this sort of brush is really good, but like for bigger faces, I don't know. But all my brushes are like dirty. I have to wash them to clean them. I want to do something with the eyes. I think I want to use something in the crease area here on the outer part. Yeah, I think I want to do that. I'm going to use the same palette. I'm going to use that pruny shade and try to be very, very subtle in applying the eyeshadow there on the outer part. I don't want very much definition, but I want a bit more than I have. So we'll see how this goes. I'm taking this brush, which is like flat and it's not very stiff. I mean like middle stiff. I don't know how to call it. Anyway, I'm just dipping the tip of it into the color. I'm taking most of it onto the tissue or onto the back of my hand and follow the line there, the line that that lilac-y color did, but I'm gonna blend it more. So it's not going to be very, very graphic line. You know what I mean. So now I'm following that line. Most of the color is here. On this part here. And as I go a bit inwards, it's going to fade out. Now I'm going to do the eyebrows after I did that intensifying there in the crease line with the same plummy shade, and I'm using for the eyebrows from Anastasia Beverly Hills the pomade, which is in taupe ash brown. This is ash brown. Taking the most of it on the back of my hand as always. Very carefully I'm gonna fill in the gaps and give shape to the eyebrows. Now the same eyeshadow, the plummy one, and the same brush. I don't want a heavy application. I want it very smoky and you know, definitely there, but I don't want too much here underneath my eyes. So very, very smoky, just like a wash of color. Now for underneath the, you know, for the lower lashes, I'm going to use a mascara which is waterproof. You know that I love this one. It's the Unlimited mascara, and I'm going to put lots of this. I don't want my lashes to be clumpy, I don't like that, but I like them to be very, very coated. For the lips, try this one from Inglot in Sleeks. This is a lip gloss, very thick and very pigmented as well. It's a nice color. I want to see how this looks with the eye look. I think this would do, so I'm gonna pop more. That would be the lipstick. Now I think a final touch would be really nice. Taking just a small brush, any small brush, applying it right here on the tear dot area. It's that lilac-y shade, by the way. like how this looks. So guys, I don't know what to say more than I always say, so I'll say it again. Subscribe here to my channel because that helps me a lot, and if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming videos, then just subscribe and give a thumbs up. That also helps a lot. And go to my Instagram, Facebook and VERO page. I post there stuff, so yeah. Check it out. Anyway, I will see you next time. Love you bunches.